Okay, let's talk about embroidering these stockings. The first thing I wanted to point out is when we do scan these in to the machines, when it is the dark colors of fabrics, it's going to be hard to see the designs as we're adding them to the stockings, because most of the stuff that we're going to be adding is black on the screen. So when you scan it in, you're going to have to pay close attention. Because of this, what I've done is I've made a stocking over here on my Dream Machine, and it was one that I messed up when I ironed the sparkly vinyl on. I messed up and put the toe in the wrong direction. I like all my stockings to be pointing to the left. This one was pointing to the right. So I thought, teachable moment, I can just go ahead and draw lines that will represent the seams that are created when we're making these stockings, and I can easily show you using this. Now, when we start, what we're doing is these decorative stitches on these stockings, I do them in all areas, and I even do wording. I do all kinds of decorative stitches. All right, so how we do that is over here in number 5 on the Dream Machine, and then number 1 here. It's going to be number 6 on the Destiny. It's still number 1. Just scroll through and find designs that you like. I know there's Christmas on here somewhere. At least the snowflakes look Christmassy. One thing I would do, if you don't have a scanner and can't do this part, use decorative stitches. So for parts of this, just use decorative stitches. Like, I know there's a Christmas tree on my Destiny. I would think that there's one somewhere on the Dream. So I'm going to choose a design in number 5, number 1, choose a design, any design. I'm going to hit set. You see it here? Can move it around. That is what I'm going to use to fill in the lines over here. Those are what I would be working on right now. When I move this, I accidentally cut the stocking. Doesn't matter in this case because this is a trash stocking. But we're going to, once we set it, we're going to go in, and I like to change the size. I make them as large as they can go. Then I hit edit again, and I'm going to hit rotate. And I'll go 10 degrees at a time. Then I'll start using the 1 degree mode. And usually on the first couple of these lines, then see, I'll move it in, that you'll usually need 2 to 3 on the first few of these lines. And so I'll put that one in, and I'll hit edit. Then I'll hit the copy, which is the 2 pieces of paper, the new ones there. And if this goes off onto the no-show, it's no big deal. Okay, I am not going to group these, so this is going to sew out the first set, and then the second set I'm going to have to hit enter start each time. The reason I do this is I like to change the color of my thread a lot. Every single one of these will be different colors usually for me. Okay, so if I want to sew these next 2 lines out, I would hit add. I would choose any design. For speed purposes, I'm going to choose this design, hit edit, hit size, make it as large as I can, edit. I'm going to rotate it 10 degrees at a time, and then 1 degree to get it where I want it, probably 1 degree or 2 more back. Then I'm going to hit edit, I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to move it out. And you would do this, and usually I'm sewing it on the lines, so let's say I would move these up probably. Or many times I'm doing it in the centers. It depends on what you like. This one down here, I would hit add. I'd hit number 5, number 6 on the Destiny, and just choose one. I usually choose, like I said, the snowflakes and such. Then I will hit edit. I will hit size. I'll make it bigger. I'll hit edit. Rotate, sorry. I don't need that, so I'm just going to move it away. I'm going to hit rotate, and I'm going to go 10 degrees at a time, 1 degree back, get it to where it would be perfect, and put it in there. Now, I'm going to say OK. That one I'm just going to delete. Okay, so now I would sew out those 3 lines. Then I would take the stocking out of the hoop. I'd cut away all the no-show. This is just floated on top. There's nothing on there. It's just floated on top. Once it starts sewing, it's going to be attached. I'm going to cut away all of the no-show. I'm going to re-hoop no-show. Then I'm going to take the stocking and I'm going to put it on in a different direction, and I'm going to try to get as much of a line in there as possible that I can sew out. See, now I'd be able to sew quite a few sets on this when I scanned it in. I'd be able to sew the toe, the heel, the next sections. Now, not all of these you'll want to put stuff in the centers, but if you have plain material, you may want to put Merry Christmas, you may want to put We Love You, whatever you want. You could find some small 2-inch designs or smaller, and just put duplicates of designs. I've done wreaths and angels and Christmas trees. Just go down the lines. Now here, I will get these all completely ready, and here's one that I've been working on, and usually I'll put the child's name up here, but at this point you could put a decorative Christmas tree, any decoration you want there, and not put a name, and we'll do the next step where we put the stocking together. Or you could do leave them flat until you know who your child is, or if you're doing this for grandkids, now, put their name across the top, and then we'll do the next part of putting the stockings. Another thing I do is I'll put a decorative stitch for this triangle here. I always seem to cover that area. I will also take lace, and I'll put a piece of lace going across, Christmas colors. I use all kinds of sparkly designs. I do tons of stuff like that. But if you have any questions on this, let me know. I'll answer them. I'll fix the video. And hopefully this one recorded properly. I'm having the hardest time getting used to my new camera. But I'll see you soon.